Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome to Broken Arrow. This is an RTS that's on the horizon. Every now and then they release a trailer. So let's have a look at the latest trailer and discuss it in detail. Okay, so let's go over the trailer and let's go over some stuff that I had the pleasure of learning from one of the devs directly on a quick call that he and I had. Broken Arrow is like the love child between Wargame Red Dragon, or rather the Wargame series at large, and World in Conflict. World in Conflict is over a decade old, I think, but people still refer to it as an excellent strategy game, an excellent RTS, and that was part of the inspiration for Broken Arrow. When it comes to units, as you can see, they are going to be more visible, rather than the style that Warno is currently adapting, which is very far zoomed out stuff that you can barely make out. He said even if you zoom out to the maximum, You will still be able to see your units. You'll still be able to discern what sort of unit you're looking at, whether it's a tank, a helicopter, a vehicle, or infantry. And that definitely appeals to me. The way that Warno is doing it, I don't like. This is much, much more my style. I want to be able to see things. Speaking of seeing things, did you see that cargo crate on the vehicle just now? That is a really cool feature that they have. Because that supply crate, you can drop it from the vehicle. You can in fact drop it from a helicopter, and you can also drop it from an aircraft. And you can pick it back up again. So, as opposed to, let's say, Wargames FOB, or Wargames Logistics units, this is a mixture. You can bring the thing with you, you can drop it in a zone that is currently somewhat safe, close to your front line. If your front line moves up, you pick the crate up and you move forward. If it's getting a bit too hot, you pick it up and you bring it back. Something else is that it is not a historical game. It is not about World War III, it is not about what happened in the past. It is more gameplay first and reality second, realism second. So it might not be as serious, if you will, or as strategic or as historical as Wargame. Regiments might also be a bit more historically accurate than this game. But that's fine. I like a good gameplay game. Because so far, lately, things seem to be a lot about realism. What you can do in this game, and you might have seen it a few times now, is customize your units. You just saw it with the Harrier. You were able to discern the type of weapons that it had, you're able to pick the loadout, and this way, the game allows you to customize your units in your deck to your heart's content. Yes, deck. It's not a battle group, it's going to be a deck system, and that means more freedom to customize it as you see fit. There will be specializations. The Q&A mentioned that, for example, for Russia, you're going to have a VDV-like specialization, and for the US, it's going to be a USMC specialization. Those are currently the only two factions that are confirmed for the game, US and Russia. But with all sorts of customizations and with all sorts of deck builds, I imagine you're going to have a lot of freedom to change how you play the game to fit your ultimate playstyle. When it comes to the maps, they are a bit more focused on urban areas rather than Wargame, such as you can see over here. It is very urban style fighting, and infantry definitely plays a big role, although currently, as you can see on screen, you don't really see them, but they are definitely an important element. Final thing I wanted to show you is the customization that this game offers. It works different from Wargame, it works different from other games that you might imagine, in that you can customize your units in the arsenal. This is basically your deck. So for this Abrams, for example, you can go with the base armor, or you can get increasingly more expensive protection kits, ranging from the basic Tusk upgrade to all the way with the trophy APS. This feature is going to allow you to create your perfect deck, your setup, your playstyle. You're going to go for expensive units, cheap units, everything in between. You might want to have this Abrams M1A2C with the Tusk upgrade and trophy APS, and then have some cheaper infantry to back it up. Or go the other way. Go expensive infantry, go with a cheap tank. You can also see over here with the Scar L, for example, all sorts of stats about it, all sorts of stats about the infantry. Many of these are very well subject to change, so don't take these for facts, and that these are going to remain exactly the same in-game, because they most likely will not be. But the fact that they have these kind of detailed stats, I think, is really, really beneficial to the game. Some other stats that you can see here with the Bradley are, for example, aim time, shot per burst, time between the bursts, how much is the reload time after a burst, how much magazine size, even the stabilizer. It's a lot of information to take in, it's really useful. And you see that little weight block? That's because you can airlift some vehicles. You don't expect to airlift a tank, it's not going to be anything as crazy as that. But if you have a helicopter or something airlift capable, and a vehicle that's light enough, you might just be able to sling it under and bring it with you. As to release, 2023. That's all I could learn. We don't know much more about that. It's done when it's done. The one thing I can tell you is that it's not going to be early access. I really appreciate that. Some other games, such as Warno, take the early access route, and, well, as far as I'm concerned, they weren't quite ready for early access. I'm very happy to hear that this game is first going to have a beta. I don't know when. And when they think it is ready for release, it is just going to be that. It's going to be a release. Now, I am very much looking forward to Broken Arrow. I think it's going to be a game that fills a gap that we currently have in the RTS genre. World in Conflict, I played quite a lot of, and I don't know, maybe I should revisit it just so I can remember what that was like and play the battles as they were back then. Because World in Conflict inspired quite a bit, I think, of the RTS and changes to the RTS genre back in the day. Anyway, I really look forward to Broken Arrow. It's going to take a while, though. It is currently October 2022. It might be as much as December 2023 before we get to play this game. But hey, it's ready when it's ready. Hope you guys are looking forward to it with me. If you are, be sure to wishlist it. Link down below in the description is their Steam page. Wishlist it. Many developers really appreciate that. You can also ask some questions on their Discord, and I'll link to their Patreon program too, which is also directly supporting them in the development of this game. If you have any questions, please post them below. I might be able to do a Q&A with the developers, as much as they're able to share, of course. They'll probably not be able to share many visuals, but they might be able to share a bit more about how the game is going to play. So if you have any questions, post them down below, and I might be able to make another video out of that. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, and I'll see you soon for more.